So if you want to have a constant cash flow in Africa coming to you, your family, your friends, you have to get into politics. In some of these African countries, getting into politics, getting to one of this position, I'd be representative or senator or a president. Oh my God, it's very lucrative. You can bend the rules to your liking when you're in office. You can change things around. And if you face some kind of opposition leader, you can ban those opposition leaders. You can lock them up. You can throw them into exile. You can do anything you want. That is what happening right now in the Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, and Tanzania. In October of this year, 2025, there's huge election in both of those countries, and the drama is reaching a peak. In Ivory Coast, the 83-year-old president doesn't want to give up. He's running for his fourth term retirement. You don't know what that is. The former first lady of the country was jailed. Now she's pardoned, and now she's trying to run again to become president. She's 76 years old. Your whole election bid might be hurtful. People might be saying, oh yeah, maybe she was wrongly convicted. She went to the jail and now she's free. She's a woman. So people are very easy on her a little bit. But it's the same thing. The same trick, the same playbook. The present and the past doesn't want to give way the future. In Tanzania, oh, it's different. The leader right there currently is a lady. She is doing everything to stay in power. She is banning opposition leaders, not just once or twice. She's changing rules around. She's doing a lot to stay in power. Now, that is democracy there for you in Africa. You do everything necessary to stay. In October, a month from now, there will be an election in the Côte d'Ivoire in Tanzania. Those elections are very critical because when it comes to election time, people get so tense up. They begin to do all kinds of things. They begin to create chaos in the country, instability. And that right there can throw everything into fire.
Simone Gbagbo, 76 years of age, Ivory Coast's former First Lady, has been cleared to run for president against the incumbent Alassane Ouattara, who is 83. Now, other big names, including ex-President Laurent Gbagbo and former banker Tijani Thiam, were disqualified, igniting fears that the October 25th vote may not be fully fair and could trigger unrest among the country's 8.7 million voters. Her candidacy is a milestone for women in Ivorian politics, and she was jailed after the 2010 crisis, but later pardoned and has since rebuilt her base. Now, supporters see her as a symbol of change, although questions remain over whether her past and the sidelining of rivals will unite or further divide the country. On the show this evening, I'm joined by Dr. Naka Lagoke. He's an associate professor, history and Pan-Africanist studies, Lincoln University, Pennsylvania, USA. Thank you so much, Dr. Lagoke, for joining us.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
All right, so before the break, yes, we had issues with the connection, but please go ahead and speak to us about your thoughts on Simone Gbagbo's surprise approval. Do you think it is a genuine reopening of political space or a tactical move by the ruling elite to split the opposition?
Yeah, I like your question, and we know it's obvious it is a tactical move by the government in order to further divide the opposition.
That's what it is, a tactical move. How can I say just a tactical move to just split the election, make things much clearer for the current president, become president again for the fourth term. That's why it is. You can put this lady into the same breath when it comes to Ellie Johnson Sirleaf. The first female president was African, the former president of Liberia. Yeah, she want to become president and she giving a little girl hope, but her strategy is not to become president that much. It's just to create chaos and let other people win, especially the current president, which is 83 years old.
As you know, Gbagbo is excluded, and then he represents the majority of the people who are in the opposition. And then by allowing his his ex-wife to run, the government wants to divide the political opposition in the country. But for the lady, for her, it's a personal redemption, and also it's a milestone for women in politics in Ivory Coast.
Hello, everybody. This is just a quick break. If you like the content, please subscribe to the channel. If you indulge yourself in this form of content about self-reliance and the empowerment of Africa as a whole, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep this going. Your comment, your viewership, and your subscription all very, very matters. Now, Let's get back to the video.
All right, so but do you think that she can realistically, broaden support beyond her traditional base, given her 2015 conviction, her later amnesty as well, and also long political history?
Yeah, the Ivory Coast politics is that people are divided in the country. So a natural base is represented by Gbagbo. That's a natural base. Gbagbo and people who are around him. She created her own political party. She has some people, but I don't see her taking the majority of the militants from Gbagbo's party, to go and then to support her in this election. I don't see that. It's not possible in Ivory Coast politics. And also, it's the same thing for the other gentleman, Don Melo, who was minister in Gbagbo's government, who now is running in his own name. But it's not.
So in another word, he's trying to say is that this lady have no chance. She have no chance to become president. She just want to create chaos in the upcoming election to get more votes, no opportunity to the current president, which is 83 years old, I might tell you again, which is running for his fourth term. And other leaders have come out to run against him, but they have been banned from the country. Some have been, saying ho because they have close ties with friends, so they ain't able to run again. Some have been like cast out of the country. It just chaos. All this is for him to gain power again in the election in October. Now, across the country is Tanzania. The same issue is in Tanzania. The election is held this October 29, 2025, but the drama is already exploding. Opposition leader Luhaga have been banned for running again. First, the court allowed him back in. Then the Electoral Commission struck him down a second time, saying his party violated nomination procedures. Add to that, the biggest opposition party is now disqualified. Its leader, Tunda, is locked up on treason charges. That leaves President Soma Dele with an open road toward victory, but at what cost? Yeah, the current president in Tanzania right now locked everybody up that is opposing her. She threatened them, she cast them out, she called them threat to the democracy of Tanzania. She's created all kinds of problems, all because she wants to stay in power in this October election. That's what it is. But that begs the question, what is the meaning of your election when there's no opposition to run? It's just the same old person running. There's nobody actually challenging it. Nobody challenging it. She just create clear road for victory. She clean everybody out. That's what I said. As a representative, as a leader in Africa in politics, representative in most of these countries, you can pretty much do anything you want. Change the rule on the fly. Do anything you want just to stay in power. The more you in power, the more people begin to dislike you. They would have so much stuff against you to talk about. If you keep winning election after election after election, people begin to suspect. People begin to think differently. Thinking about those leaders that have been in power for 20, 30 years. Are they actual legitimate leaders, or are they becoming dictators in the country, changing the rules to what they want them to be?
And our next story is from Tanzania. A major court verdict might have just heated up the October presidential race. The Tanzanian High Court has reversed a ban on a leading presidential candidate and challenger to President Samia Suluhu Hassan. Luhaga Mpina has been reinstated as the candidate of Tanzania's third largest party, the Alliance for Change and Transparency, or ACT. Now, he was barred from standing by the Electoral Commission last month on the grounds that he lacked qualifications. But the judge said that the decision was unconstitutional, void, and of no effect, and that Mpina was denied the right to be heard. Now, following the decision, the Election Commission must now include his name on the ballot paper for the October 29th elections. Now, this may give the presidential race some competition, where many of the main candidates have been either barred or jailed. Other parties are also facing a crackdown. Tundu Lissu, the leader of the main opposition party, Chadema, is currently on trial for treason charges that carry the death penalty. He claims the charges were fabricated to prevent him from challenging President Hassan in the upcoming election. Meanwhile, President Samia Suluhu Hassan has launched her campaign for the polls, and this will be her first direct election. She came to power in 2021 after the death of her predecessor, John Magufuli. Now, Magufuli was known for an authoritarian style of governance, marked by a crackdown on the media, civil society, and opposition parties. When Hassan replaced him, she signaled reforms, restoring some opposition and media freedoms and dismissing some of Magufuli's loyalists. But now she faces accusations of following the same playbook.
It's the same playbook, right? The same playbook, same things, or same thing has always been. Elect me into the country, elect me as a leader. I will do whatever I can to stay in power and change anything I want to change. There's no doubt that these both elections is very critical, especially in terms of Ivory Coast. Because Ivory Coast is border Liberia. Liberia have been having peaceful elections for a couple of 3 to 4 elections already. Things have been good in the country. The same goes to Ghana. The same goes to Nigeria, Sierra Leone, all these countries as well. So if something might erupt during this election time in the Cote d'Ivoire, it might pretty much linger into the other countries. The same goes to Tanzania. It's not about what happened in your country. It's what might happen in other countries because of your country. If they want to stay in power in their countries, if they want to change the rules in their countries, that is fine. But people just have to know both elections are going to be impactful in the Cote d'Ivoire and in Tanzania. Hopefully, the people can make the right choice. The people will make the right choice. It's just the politicians are very crooked. They are very self-serving that they will do whatever it takes to gain power, to stay in power. I pray for the brothers and sisters in the Cote d'Ivoire and Tanzania to rise up and select their own leader. I know they might not have a choice in this because some politician will do whatever it takes to clear out the field just for them to stay in power. I just hope the leaders know that people are relying on them. It's not about you all the time. It's about those that depend on you, your citizens. You might think you have the best interest for them, but you have stayed in power for decades now. You have stayed in power for decades, especially in terms of the Cote d'Ivoire. The past and the present needs to go. Your future have to align with the people of the Cote d'Ivoire and with the people of Tanzania. So, what do you think about the election that are coming up in these both countries? Do you support the current leaders? Do you like the president in the Cote d'Ivoire that's going for his 4th term? Do you want him to be there? Maybe this brings some kind of stability. Maybe a familiar face is the right face. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you support the president in Tanzania. She is clearing the field because she wants to become president again. She wants to stay in power again. Do you support that? Not because she's a woman, that means what she's doing is acceptable. If you are clearing the field and you don't want people to oppose you, that is wrong. So what do you think? Give me your thoughts. Give me your opinions in the comment section. What do you think? And if you're in Tanzania, I encourage you, please comment. If you're in the Cote d'Ivoire, please comment. This right here will open my eyes even more. This right here might help people, keep people alert for the upcoming election. I know most elections in Africa are very intense. People do all kinds of things. Hopefully you stay safe and hopefully a good election happens and a good leader is appointed and there's no chaos on the street. People be rejoiceful. Hopefully this will lead to something there. Anyway, that's my take. What do you think about it? Please comment down. Thank you.